Hey guys, it's undefeated. I mean, my name is Brianstormed, and I'm undefeated 38-0 in Division 4 of Hockey Ultimate Team, and this is your Ultimate Team where I do player reviews while climbing up the ranks. I may have accidentally played a game thinking it was competitive seasons. I'm sorry. So our first game is actually going to be game number 2 against this NJ Devs fan. This is an interesting guy. He is in Division 1, a top 20 player on the HUT leaderboards, and has an amazing record. So I get matched up with him despite the fact that I'm in Division 4. And he's going to show me a good time. I actually knew who he was prior to the game starting, so I knew that this was going to be a good game. Early in the first, he gets an opportunity like this one, a weak wrister, but good shot placement, good positioning. Shortly after, he makes a mistake by doing a spin into the boards. I capitalize with this one-timer, but his goalie robs me. Here I take my time entering his zone. Don't want to quite do it just yet. Give it to Marchand. We have 3 friendly bodies on the left, so we got to pass it to the left. Pass it back to Marchand, who can't take a clean shot. Odd man rush for him as I'm thinking about taking away the shot. Then I take away the pass, and I give him too much time for the shot, giving him this ridiculously good opportunity where the puck does not want to find the back of the net. 5 minutes into the second, I'm going to display some ridiculous patience with Kane. Once I enter this zone, do a little loop, pass to the front, open man, pass it across, one-timer. Marty Brodeur with another save. Nice and sexy long-distance pass right here to Leno. Similarly to his play, he gives me a lot of room to take this shot, but Marty stays with me. Battling for the loose puck in the offensive zone. We're going to take control of this, pass it in deep, and then we see this one-timer, and Marty stones me again. The puck doesn't cross the line. So, found myself on a 5-on-3 penalty kill, and this is actually the 3rd penalty in a row, because I was already on a 5-on-3. Yeah, he scores. There's nothing I could have done. Start a 3rd period after those penalties are over. Gotta get back into this one. I get an empty net, and I don't shoot it at the empty net. Ugh! Here's my zone after. Pretty sure he didn't mean to pass to this guy. He just takes a nice and easy shot. Gets redirected, goes past Price, and he's up by 2 now. I'm on the power play, I get this nice opportunity. Should have went for the breakaway, opted for the pass, made it through, but Marty makes another incredible save. And before I can even finish that sequence, we're already on to the next play where he has this puck, and I'm having a pretty tough time taking this puck away from him. He makes a nice decision to hold on to that puck to shoot it, and that's going to be the end of this one. He holds me off the score sheet in a pretty even game, giving me my first loss of Hockey Ultimate Team. Like me, this guy hardly ever loses. 2 losses in the past 25, I think. And it's at that point that I'm like, you know what? I want to upgrade my team. Ice cards ended up coming out, so I'm like, I'm going to build my 800,000 budget squad that I introduced in my budget teams video, maybe with some minor changes. I think we added Kucherov and Stamkos, and we also going to have Xmas Burns. We're entering the high divisions. I kind of want to have a competitive team. We don't want to have base gold cards when everyone's running around with ice cards. We're going to keep Price because we're still reviewing him, and he's an 89 overall, so it's all good. It wasn't his fault that I lost. It was just a really good opponent that I guess made for a fairly even game. So these are the synergies I've activated. Protect the puck. No one cares. Rocket skates. I care. Clutch player. Okay, whatever. And then the 3 team synergies, locker room leaders, silky smooth, and thread the needle, so that my guys can be flying around like jets. That's why we have some Winnipeg Jets on the team. Yep. So for this video, who we are going to be reviewing are Kucherov, 94 ice card. We're going to review Blake Wheeler on defense because we don't see that very often, and I really like him there. And then Carey Price, like I said. Next game, we have Les Polatush, who's made in Canada, as his gamertag implies. And with this new team, I am feeling so good, where my players just instantly feel faster, better, stronger. The shots are a lot more accurate. Look at this cycle game on the power play. The power play just ended, and that's an empty net. Breaking out halfway through the first period. Took a little bit too long to make that pass, but it still finds its recipient, as Sagan's just going to burn right through his defense. Easy peasy, breakaway goal. Messier has the puck. He's also going to activate his nitrous, but he gets tripped. He doesn't pick up the puck, so we give it to McDonald, who I'm not feeling comfortable with that breakaway. So we hold on to it for a one-timer instead. That finds its way into the back of the net. Oh, so does that one. He ends up rage quitting before the first period is even over. 9 shots to 1. Yikes. Good time to review Carey Price, in my opinion, who as of December 22nd on the Xbox goes for about 8K. And for the past 2 weeks, I thought he actually played pretty well. I think last week was a weaker week for him. Weaker, whatever. Where he was kind of letting in kind of bad goals, but this week I lost 4-0 to that first guy, and I can't say those exactly were weak goals. One of them was a redirect, but that's not Carey Price's fault. That's just how the game decides that it wants to throw redirects at you. And he's made a lot of solid saves. A lot of people don't like Carey Price, however, and I think the reason might be that his glove high attribute's at 85. I don't know if that's something that people actually look at when judging goalies, but it could be why he may not glove every save. On his glove side, of course. All I'm saying is out of all the HUT goalies I've reviewed so far, Carey Price has been the best one. But there have been better ones. So this next game, I don't even want to commentate it. It was garbage. So, first 10 minutes, connection is perfectly fine. Look at what happens here. My guy stops moving as I am, like, moving the left stick around as much as I can, and I wonder, what the hell's happening right now? Turns out, I go to network performance, and this is happening. Guy just, like, turned on Netflix mid-game, and it's going to be like this for the rest of the game. I still somehow end up scoring this goal, however. I think that's pretty impressive with all the lag going on. Everything is ridiculously delayed. That's why I couldn't really bury that breakaway chance right there. Somehow we're still cycling this puck around with all of the lag. He gives me a lot of space here, and I thought Zuccarello was just going to sit there and stare at the puck and not shoot it. But with me spamming up on the right stick, eventually he does shoot it. Right here, stops lagging for just enough time for me to make a sexy play, sexy pass to score that goal. And then he does this play. It's not lagging for me, so I'm going to give you props, guy, laggy guy, for this goal that he's about to score, because it was actually pretty nice. He enters my zone really well, he controls the puck, and is patient enough for this one-timer. That's a pretty good goal. Your other goals, not so much, not when I'm lagging to death, pretty much. He ends up scoring another goal, and then something good about lag is one-timers are pretty consistent. I check my connection after that. My God, it's still continuing. How am I winning right now? That's what I want to know. 2 minutes left in the game as I'm lagging into the boards. Had to take that one-timer, and what just happened there? As he gets a breakaway, clearly he's not lagging if he can just make stick handles like that. But look at this pass. Goes right through Stamkos. Not even a saucer pass. Wow. Not Carey Price's fault, like I said. 4-4, 15 seconds. I'm like, there's no way I'm giving this guy an overtime point for going into overtime against me. Turns out I am because I didn't score there. But then that one-timer comes out and it's all over. Why did that connection have to go from green barring to red barring? I do not know. Next game against Thomas. It's Brian versus Thomas. As Sakic is going to get a start. He comes out with the goalie dive here. Not good. Not good against that move, let me tell you. He goes for this face-off set play. Nope. I got a little lucky there. That's okay. And he's going to come at me one more time. And probably plenty of times after that. We take the puck away from him. Pass it up for this 2-on-1 opportunity. He keeps trying to take away the pass. So I end up going for the shot. 2-0, a nice clear by me starts this off. He gets the puck. All right, wasn't a nice clear by me. Great one-timer. Look at that glove-high attribute of Carey Price. I don't get why it's an 85. That was a pretty amazing save. He bails me out there. I end up scoring that one-timer. Game ends 5-1. I end up ruining his 7-game win streak. So things are looking good. We talked about Wheeler a lot in the team build video, but now we actually got a chance to use him for ourselves. And he is just as good as I thought he would be on defense. Huge body, 6'5", 225 pounds. He's got 93 acceleration, 93 speed. With synergies, it's 95. Pretty amazing. A cannon of a shot that's also really accurate. Can handle the puck pretty well, and defensively, he is just as good, despite not being a defenseman. He currently goes for 29,000. And I love him on defense. The only thing I don't like about him are his synergies. Filling out those synergies are a priority. So if you're down to one slot and still need one of the main two-team synergies filled out. I don't get Blake Wheeler, but if they're already ready, then add him to your squad because he is such an amazing card. The biggest guys excel at defense because their defensive skill stick and their poke checks are absolutely amazing. And they always have the body advantage on the opposing player. Like if they're crashing the net, trying to screen the goalie or anything of that nature, the big body defenseman can shut that down rather easily. Let's move on to the next game against a guy that I don't even remember his team name. That's okay. That's okay. Quick cut to the middle starts us off there. Doesn't lead to anything. We're going to get cornered on the right, so we pass it to the open ice. Give it to Giroux, who's going to go in. Gets stopped a little bit. Picks it right back up off of a stick lift, and I thought that was going in. I thought that was a great shot by Giroux, and I get robbed. Playing a little bit behind the net here as we cycle the puck around. And this is one of those cases where I absolutely hate it when my guy gets this redirect because he just stops the puck. Nothing happens, and he doesn't bury it right after. That was marked for the back of the net on the left, and instead it's still 0-0. He does a cute little move here, but this move is never going to go in, even though that had a good chance of going in. When you spin and then take a shot, your player isn't going to shoot as accurately as he's supposed to. I plowed Johnny Hockey into the boards, giving him a major power play, but yeah, it doesn't quite feel like a major power play when I'm getting opportunities such as this one. Not really a breakaway, but it was close enough. Look at the sexy saucer pass by him. I thought for sure Letang was going to get that, so I move away from the guy at the bottom who ends up shooting it low and gets a rebound that turns into a goal. Again, not Price's fault. 4-on-4, and the poke checks are coming out strong despite the last tuner that nerfed these poke checks because, wow. I mean, I was surprised that some of these poke checks, like, even happened. As we take the puck away from him. Zetterberg's going to push up for us. A little vision control action gets around two guys. We take this shot, a redirect. And that's the type of redirect that goes into the back of the net. Some great defensive play by me. Stops him from really doing anything in my zone. We battle along the boards. Kind of sit and stare into each other's eyes for a sec. That's okay. And then I'm going to break out with Niedermeyer. We go in, a couple of nice passes. This one-timer, that is 2-1. It's 2-1, like I just said, as we're going in with Messier. A lot of space for that shot. Don't bury it. That's okay. Go around the net. Move a lot of players out of position. Another easy one-timer. He ends up quitting. And that is another W on a guy who was on like a 10-game win streak. So a lot of tough competition coming out, but I'm just coming out on top, except for the first guy. So I'm not always coming out on top, but I usually am. Hulk 902 shows his face from the great land of Nova Scotia. Now, I always appreciate me some dump and chase action, but look at this dump and chase. Instead of getting the puck, he just crashes right into my goalie. Wow. What are you chasing after? I like this play here. I'm passing for this one time. The puck slows down. I was aiming right the whole time, but as soon as I got the puck, I decided to shoot left because it was a better shot to take. Doesn't go in, but I still love that idea. Too much time and space is given to him. He's able to get the first goal of the game on me. That's okay, because what is a first goal when... Oh, that didn't go in. Wow. What a glove. Holy crap. Love this silky smooth turn by Kucherov, showing off his agility. Wow. No pauses in his skating, no stops in his skating. And then Stamkos couldn't bury that empty net. There, Joseph is doing work for them. Especially when he has to fend off a breakaway like this and still saves it. That's 3 quality opportunities in a row. 4 quality opportunities in a row as I go for that far side wraparound that usually goes in. This play that I'm going to do here is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to slow it down for you just so you can see it again. I make him think I'm going to take this shot, so I curve to the inside, and then I switch to my backhand to go for the breakaway instead. I kind of want to show it off again, just because I feel like it's a little underappreciated. I remember thinking this was one of the best goals I've scored in a while, just because I won the chess match, the mind games that we were playing. All it took was just a little fake like that. Some more patience in the offensive zone as we are absolutely rolling all over him. He gets the puck back just for me to take it away from him. It's getting really difficult for him to get out of the zone, and he keeps falling for the same tricks that I am doing. Eventually, I cut across, get this nice behind-the-back one-timer. Looking good. Shortly thereafter, A nice pass here, not quite to the recipient I wanted. That's okay. We fix it by passing it to the intended recipient right in front of the net for that one-timer. Similar idea here. Don't get the one-timer I wanted, but loose puck. Let's just shoot at the empty net on the right. 5-1. Feels like this guy isn't really trying anymore, so that's why I'm going to make this look really easy and really nice with all of these passes, and that's how this game ends. 6-1. Let's analyze Kucherov. And this man feels like he has 99s all across the board, especially when you activate synergies. His hands are actually maxed out, so anything he does with the puck is as flawless as can be. Reminder though, he's a little bit on the small side, 5'11", 180 pounds. You could get bigger guys than him. With Thread the Needle, he's pretty much a maxed out skater as well as he flies up and down the ice. His shot should always go where it's labeled, but the shooting power is his only downfall at 95, 94, still good for his overall. And honestly, it's good in general because his shots are pretty much always going to be powerful anyway. 99 offensive awareness, he should be standing where God has intended him to stand. 96 poise means he won't lose his cool. Honestly, he just lacks in the defensive department, but who cares? You pay him to score goals, not play defense. However, he is still a great back checker with his amazing skating, and he still has 91 stick checking, 94 defensive awareness, so it's not that bad. Still recommend picking him up, and you can do that for the price of $65K at this time, which is a lot lower than when he was originally released, which was over 100K. He's a great potential end game card to have. You have the Thread the Needle synergy, will just help you activate it. Protect the Puck doesn't do much for him. In fact, doesn't even do anything because he's already maxed out in those stats, but he's a great team player for having that player synergy. So I reviewed two amazing player cards. Still looking for that right goalie, however, as I know that she's out there somewhere. He's out there somewhere. That's what I meant to say. This last guy, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm doing this for everyone who hates position lockers. I noticed that he was a position locker, so we're just going to get right into it and give him a good old spanking the way that I do every time I play against position lockers. You just go right in, full speed, burn right through their defenseman. Sometimes fake the shot. Here I don't do it, but it's just all breakaways. Easy peasy, 5 minutes left in the first period. He ends up rage quitting. You're welcome. With that said, 44-1, entering Division 3. We're looking good. Oh, who's this? That is Tugi24, another YouTuber, just ahead of me. Shout out to him for all the franchise mode videos that he does, which are pretty cool. Check him out. And we'll be back here again soon with Division 3 gameplay. Let me know who you guys want me to review. I had plans for other guys, but unfortunately the ice cards kind of ruined that plan. I'll be sure to go back to your choices here in the future.